All right, like what I was explaining, I said for our mentorship course today, we want to talk about market structure training, trading with the trend. I'm going to drop the other video so that we can also go through it. So let me just draw out. Um, I want to deal with the trend, how we should take trade. So yeah, if I can move this one up, let me move this one up. Okay, yeah, something like this. So like I said, we trade on a higher time frame. We get our structure on a higher time frame. So since we get our structure on a higher time frame, we have all of this. And then price comes, give us something like this. Let me just stop here. Let me just stop here. Okay. Since we are bullish, the first thing we already know we are bullish. Why? Because there's a break of structure here to the upside. So we're expecting price to come back to retest. And then we go higher. Now that price is coming back, most at times, often than not, since we are bullish, this is what you should expect. This is what you should expect. So this is now my, let me call this my daily POI. Let me say this is my daily point of interest. Okay, or structure on the daily. Or let me say daily structure. I don't want to say daily point of interest. Daily structure. So this is my daily structure. This is the low, higher high, higher low, a higher high. So now we're expecting a higher low. There's a break of structure here. This is a break in market structure. So for your accumulation, you want to trade the trend, you shouldn't be looking for a sell opportunity at all. It's better you want to get a buy opportunity. Yes, a buy opportunity. Because price can come here and give you, if price gives you this kind of distribution, I don't want to, no, let me not do this. I don't want to be like, I want to make it in a more practical way. You already identify your range. You've gotten your structure. The next thing you have gotten your range high, and then the range low. The next thing is your liquidity. Where's your liquidity point? Since we are buying, you are waiting for your liquidity here. External liquidity, the highs that will be captured if you get an entry from this place. And from what we said, I said, since this is daily, you are going to be waiting for a 1 hour's break of structure here. This is what you want to wait for at this point. So once you get a 1 hour's break of structure here, you want to know that the next thing you should be looking at is your entry. This is your H1 break of structure now on a daily structure, the reversal, the pullback. You want to wait for that H1 to break in this place. I've explained this in the previous class. Then when price is coming back, this is what price is going to do. Price should give you that 5 minutes break of structure around this place. Around this place. Price should give you that 5 minutes break of structure, and then it can go up. So you want to watch out for something like this, such kind of reaccumulation, because now this one, what you're having here is reaccumulation. This is the accumulation. The break of structure is the accumulation on the higher time frame. This is accumulation. You are simply trading with the trend. I'll show you why I call it trading with the trend, what to do. Now, price gives you all of this move. Let's assume you missed this move. You were not on chart when this move happened. Now, price has gone. The next move that price is going to give to you is that price will give you something like this. Price will give you something like this. And once price has given you something like this, there is the um there is this push to call this a break of structure. But this is not a break of structure. Why did I say it's not a break of structure? Price has not taken out this high, which is your liquidity, which you spotted. This liquidity is yet to be captured. So this is not a break of structure. You see that now? So don't say this is a high, low, higher, high, higher, low. This is not a break of structure. But you're going to find something like this. You will always find it. So immediately you find a break of structure to the downside in a bullish move. This is not a complete distribution. Okay? It's not a complete distribution. This is what price always does, like always. It gives you a break of structure here. You want to, don't look to play this retest. Don't look to play this retest to take price down. Why do you want to take price down when price does not capture this liquidity? Why? This is what most of us will do. So what you should expect once price gives you this break of structure here is that you should be expecting another reaccumulation. So price should give you something like this, give you something like this, and then break, retest the open to capture. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Once you see this break of structure, when this external liquidity has not been captured on your trading range, this is your trading range, top range, low range. Now you didn't get this entry. You see price reversing back. I'll show you from the chart. And price gives you this break of structure. This is what we call reaccumulation. It broke down to reaccumulate. It broke this structure to reaccumulate. So don't wait for price to come here and then you sell. No. Just look out for a lower time frame reaccumulation. So reaccumulation schematics will always give you something like this, something like this. It will first of all break. This is what we call false break. It will give you that break for a sell and then it will come and distribute. But because you are looking to sell, you are not going to see this. You won't see this one. Because you are looking to sell, you will not see this. But this is the second entry. This is first entry. This is second entry. So if you miss the first entry, you should wait for this second entry to get in. And then you get in on this second entry, just the open here, and then you can take price higher. You take price higher. You miss, assuming you miss this first entry. Get it now. So if you are going to be, you want to sell from all of this, you are going to be kicked out because this is not a distribution. We shouldn't be expecting distribution in a bullish market. Rather, we should look for a reaccumulation. And every reaccumulation will start from a distribution. Every reaccumulation will start with a distribution. So it distributes to reaccumulate. I didn't say every accumulation will start with a distribution. I said every reaccumulation will first of all start with a distribution. So this is a distribution to reaccumulate. This is what we always play out. I think I should just pause. Let's go to VIX 25. Let me just show you quickly. I don't know. My network is quite bad. So let me show you what I can show you. This is VIX 25. Now from the daily, this was what we identified, that price should come to either all of these. We have done this before. By structure, we are bearish. Okay. And then there is another move here. You can see this candle. So we identify that price should come to Either of this. This is daily. Either here to go down or either here to go down. So let me open up. So price kept coming. People wanted to sell here. Price gave you what? Did you see that? This is the distribution. Price gave this distribution. After this distribution is reaccumulation you should be looking for in this place. If I go to a lower time frame, I'll show you this reaccumulation. Price came here, broke this, a distribution. So you should have been looking for a reaccumulation around this place. If I go to a lower time frame, I will show you that reaccumulation. But there must be a distribution to reaccumulate. So let's go to, let's say 15 minutes. I think I can get that data from here. Let's go to 15 minutes. Please, if you're on this call, I think you should be glad you did, because this is one of the challenge you have been having. That's why I'm bringing this teaching today. Now, price gave, look at
Right,
that.
very
This is the challenge we've been having. This is the distribution. I believe you can see the reaccumulation now. After price distributes, what did price do? Price gave a beautiful
correct.
reaccumulation. Price kept coming down. Look at this place. Did you see that break? High, low, and price came and reaccumulate. This was the break. Did price come back to it? Yeah, I told you if it's a lower time frame, play the open. This is 5 minutes, this 15 minutes. So you couldn't get this. There was a play here. On 5 minutes, you didn't get it. Now there's an imbalance here. It was after this thing played out, I saw it. After it played out, you can see that imbalance. But why did this reaccumulate? Because it has already given you a distribution to reaccumulate. So why people are looking for to sell, it will come and give you some pips to sell. Yeah, to give you some pips. If you come to all of these places, it will give you some pips to push down. And after pushing down, it will still blast you out. Because the purpose, look at the place we're looking to sell. Price came there as if it was going to sell down a little. People now started adding position. Boom, it cleared everybody. So this is what we talk about when we say every reaccumulation starts with a distribution. Write that down. I'm not going to put that on the chart. I'm trying to rush this call so that we can get the best from it. Now, if this is not too clear, you didn't catch this first move. You didn't catch that move. What can you find? Price gave us a high, a low, a higher high. Okay, no, this was another distribution. A high, a low, higher high, price came, broke low. But this breaking low is to reaccumulate. So this was a distribution to reaccumulate. What did price do? Price closed above this place, closed above here. Watch, this was where price closed above. You can see that this is a break of structure, the reaccumulation. This was it. This was it. Just play the open. Price came back to the open. Price came back to the open. So if you didn't see that, you know that we are simply, when price was coming back to the open, what did it do? High, low, high, low. It still distributed and came back to reaccumulate. On 5 minutes, you would have gotten this fine play. High, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. Price broke the structure. Reaccumulates. Came back for the retest. You loaded here, like loading. I would have played the open here if it was. This should be the 5 minutes play, I'm sure. You can see that imbalance. Price came weak into it. The stop loss at this level would have been on this trade. Like, would have been on this trade. And then you want to take price profit from here because this becomes your external liquidity. High, low, price came back. You are aiming to take profit from here. So this one alone is a 1 to 10. Yeah, 1 to 9 point something. That's 1 to 10. So let me go back to page 4 or daily. Anyone? I'm very sure this is how the market always moves. It will distribute to reaccumulate. I'll still show you on crash 1000. Somebody sent me the chart. One of the guys in our free group, he sent me the chart. This I said, okay, but if you can get a 1 to 3, just move. Did you see that? So if you had held this, This is it. But now the young man was trying to play this because of this. He kept looking at selling from here when price has given the push up. Price has knocked him out. He sent it to me. When price knocked him out, he now shifted. He now shifted to this place that he wants to sell from here. You're going to get some pips. That's true. But you are doing the wrong thing. He shifted to this place. Okay, look at how price came here, cleared all of this and all of this. But we already know that by the daily structure, we are coming to all of this, and price has not come there. Why do you now want to sell? If price comes here on the daily, if I don't see a 1 hour distribution, I will not sell. So price came here, price sold. Yes, 1, 2, 3 about for 12 hours. Price sold. And price came back. Price is not going to break it because by structure, this is the low, this is the high, this is the low. Price should come and take out this low, this high. But if we come back, anytime you see a distribution, just expect a reaccumulation if we're on the bullish market. Now let's go back to this other place. Okay, we have not checked this place. When you saw this place, this distribution, there was accumulation. It's clear here. Price gave us this break. Did you see this break? It's very clear. This was the break. And then price came. Look at all of this imbalance. All of this imbalance. Look at all of this imbalance. You have waited for all of this imbalance. Price came and gave us that reaccumulation. Let's go to 15 minutes. Let's see if we can spot what happened here. It was so clear, super clear. I'll show you from other assets. Don't have all the time, so let me show you. But I needed to take this teaching today because I've seen our chat and sometimes I just know this is a challenge we are having. So let's see if we can answer it once and for all. So coming to that place, price came, closed the imbalance, came back to all of this move. Now, when price came back to it, you are looking for reaccumulation. A 15 minutes or 5 minutes break and retest. Did you get it? The answer is yes, sir. First move, high, low, high, a lower low, high, low. Price gave you that move. First move, this was the 5 minutes break. I'm sure. This was the 5 minutes. This candle closed above, and you can see how the wick came back into it. Let's say you didn't see that. Price now came, gave us a 15 minutes. This was a 15 minutes break of structure. Price came back into it. If you didn't catch this first move, you will still catch the one at the front. Price definitely come back to it. See, price came back to it. Price came back because they left an imbalance here. They came back to fill that imbalance. Look at it. They came back to the imbalance and then they moved. When price came back, price will still give you the same thing. Look at that beautiful accumulation. If I go to 5 minutes, you're going to see the accumulation here very clear. High, low. This was the break of structure. Are you seeing what I'm saying? No, I'm just formulating.
Yes, I'm seeing it.
This was the break of structure. This was the entry. So you got this entry from here. You play the open. And then you know you're going to be taking price profit from the high, which is this. This is the high. You want to come and take profit. This is the high. Higher time frame. Here you want to take profit. Look at, you got your entry all the way from here. Is a 1 to 11 or 1 to 12. That's 1 to 12. But you know why you didn't take this trade? You were trying to sell. Immediately you saw this break of structure. But going back to daily, we have not reached the daily structural point. So you need to trade with the structure. Come back to this. Until this daily high, you first of all identify this when you're looking at your checklist, that this is your range. So that you got a break of structure in between here is simply a distribution to reaccumulate. So price distributed. This high has not been taken out. So you should be looking for more buys. That's why I don't think, maybe Stena is on this call. Stanley, Mr. Stanley, yeah, you're on this call. It's all right. You were asking me about day trading scalpers and all of that. Yes, scalpers will want to take an entry from here. But did you see how this trade came and pushed them out? Scalpers. And that's what I'm showing you now. This is daily, my daily, unlike network disturbing me when I'm looking for. Okay, okay. All right. This is what you identified on the daily, like on the daily. When you are checking your checklist, going through the checklist, you knew structure, we are bearish, but on the reversal trend, we are already bullish. On the reversal trend, we are already bullish. This is a reversal trend. Yes, this is a reversal trend because you saw how price gave us this break of structure here. Price gave this break of structure, came back, created this other block. After creating this other block, and price began to go up. Price has broken this structure. This was your external liquidity then, right? This was external liquidity because this was our range when price was coming back. First range when price broke this structure here was there was an order block here. Price really didn't have any business down. This was the other block. So here becomes top range, and which we are going to take profit. Here becomes your down range. So immediately price broke this. The next thing you should be looking for, this is distribution for reaccumulation. But we're looking at selling in this place. Did price come there to sell? Yes, price came there, sold a bit, and pushed everybody out. Because this is not the structure. Now, price came here, gave all of this. Price came back here, created this structural point, went up, broke this. You will check, this is a daily. You say, this is a daily break of structure. Fine. Then you want to sell from here. You get it now. But what happens to this range? This was your initial time frame before all of this happened. These things had not happened when you had this range. This was your range. This was the low range, top range. All this has not happened. So what you should have waited for is once you see this distribution, just get a reaccumulation here and let's go up. And you can see price has created another order block here. So price can come here, react in this other block, and we keep going up. This another other block. You are not going to joke with this other block. Price will can come here, react here, come down to this other block, and we push up. Why? Because we have another point of interest above. This is the real move. You can see how this cleared all of this liquidity and gave all this push that took out the monthly lows. Yeah, this was a monthly low because this is September. This September, this is a monthly low. So price can come here, react, and we keep going up. But if price gives you that 4 hours break of structure within this place, not outside, all these ones are outside, within, this is outside. This is my point of interest. This is outside. You see it now. So we want the break of structure to happen within the point of interest, like within. Price should come here, give you that distribution first, and then redistribute before you now get an entry to push price downward. So if price comes and gives that distribution and didn't give a redistribution, then there's the likelihood it will come here, reaccumulate, and then we go higher. You get it now? So this is just what I'm trying to communicate. So if we're also selling, it will give you the same thing. If we are selling, it will give you the same thing. Your range is identified. Price comes, you miss the first entry. Once price breaks above, don't look to buy. Once there is an accumulation, the accumulation comes for a redistribution. Accumulation to give you a redistribution. Yes, that's how we play it. That's how we play. You are going to find this video very, very helpful, like very, very helpful. I know what I'm teaching, like very helpful. You are going to find it. So you are going to back test anything I teach. Just go and find out if I'm just performing all these things or they really play out in real time. Okay, so let me give you something like this. Should I do this? Okay. So I said this is reaccumulation, and this is what? This is the real accumulation, while this is reaccumulation. So reaccumulation will come with a distribution for re. So this is a lower time frame. This is the first higher time frame move, and then lower time frame. You missed the first entry. Price is not going to give you a higher time frame move here. It will just give you a lower time frame to continue, because this is the aim, the target, where price is going to. So that's for accumulation. If we are bullish, SA, don't injure yourself, please. So now we have price is already buying, and price comes, give you all of these. So price gives you all of these, goes up, and then breaks. Once this price break, if we are selling, we have, let's say, I'm coming. I'm trying to, let me draw this, let me draw this first. This is a break of structure. Let me draw the break of structure. This is a break of structure. So price will come, first price will come back and retest. Remember, we are selling. So price comes, this is a bearish trend now. Price comes, retest. And then price comes, give you this. Anytime you see this one, this is not yet a break of structure, because until that until the top range, let's say this is your top range.
Coverage.
Yes, until the down range, since we are selling, is captured, this is not a break of structure. You get it now? So until that range is captured, it's not yet a break of structure. You have to ensure these two ranges are captured. You get an entry here. Let's say you get a lower time frame entry from here. Okay? You want to take price. And then you see this break. If it is within the range, just know that this is an accumulation for a redistribution. So once this accumulates, the next you are going to find is that price will give you something like this, and give you all of these, and then we now go to capture that low. But if you are fixed on playing this re-entry, you are fixed, your eyes are here, you will not see this. I'm very sure of that one. That's happened to me several times, like not once. So I'm not just telling you stories. If you are trading against the trend, you are not going to see this. You won't see this break and retest. You won't see it. So you want to trade with the trend. Yeah, let's say something like this. So this is an accumulation for a redistribution. Price wants to accumulate, like take a, like, you know, when a vehicle is climbing an hill or try to navigate through a roundabout, sometimes you need to go back on a reverse jab, and then before you have enough energy or space to go forward. So sometimes market reverses to engage on the real trend. So this is just an accumulation for a redistribution. I'm not going to, let's not waste time. Let's go to the chat. If you have any question, please drop it. Let me see your question. If you have question, just drop it, please. Maybe we go to VIX 50. Yeah, VIX 50. I mixed VIX 50. Remember, we had a chart markup on VIX 50 where we're expecting. Let me do away with this. Let's go to VIX 50. 51S, sorry. There's a markup I've been expecting. Price came there last night and played out. I was sleeping. It pained me because all throughout Sunday, throughout Monday, oh, this meeting ends in 10 minutes. It's all right. Let's go to this 50. Let's run there. Let's run there. Let's run there. This 50. 51, please. Network, please allow us, allow us, allow us. This 51S. Okay, this 51S. On the daily, there was an imbalance. We know we are bearish. By structure, we are bearish. So we're looking to, okay, this is the daily structure. We are bearish because price has given us all of this low. So we're looking to keep selling. And price came on 1 hour, price gave us all of this break. So let's go to the 4 hours. Let's look at the range. This is the 4 hours. See, you see how price was coming high, low. high, lower low. So this was the imbalance we identified. You can see that imbalance. Yeah, this was the imbalance. Remember, I spoke about this. I dropped this on the chart. We identified. So all this bullish move was simply to go and capture this. And price kept building liquidity around this zone for days. I was waiting. I waited for this, like for days. On H1, there was an imbalance I wanted price to capture. Price didn't give me that move. Price left. Yeah, there was an imbalance somewhere around this place. I was looking at price should come in and capture. You can see that imbalance. I'm trying to rush because of the time. Yeah, I was expecting price to capture this imbalance. I had my eyes there, but price came. This is what price did. Price just cleared all of this, gave a break of structure around this place, and price retested and left, broke above this high. So once price broke above this high, I was expecting, okay, price should come down and then we go up. I don't know how I missed this move. I don't know. I think I was still looking at this imbalance. I was still looking at this imbalance that I didn't know. Price just came, captured all of this and gave that move. Okay, it left. But I was really waiting for all of this entry. The price should come to this entry and give us that move. That's all I was looking for. Now, what happened? Let's go to 5 minutes. Let's go to 5 minutes. The imbalance was still there. Let's go to 5 minutes and you see what happened here. When price came to the imbalance. Okay, price came to the imbalance. Did you see that beautiful redistribution? I missed this. It touched me like it touched me like it touched me. I waited for it for days. You see that beautiful redistribution? Price gave that beautiful redistribution. This was around 1:30 thereabout. Yeah, around 12, between 12:30 to 1:30. That's price came back to retest around 2 a.m. Price broke. This was the break of structure of 5 minutes. You see that imbalance there. Price just came back to it. If I see this, I would have just risk at least maybe 20% of my account on this because the distribution was so clear. So we just would have had this. I would have played the open of this imbalance. I wouldn't have want to play 50% so that it will not be bad. I just played the open of this imbalance. And since then, price has been falling helplessly to where price currently is. This is a 1 to 8. This is a 1 to 8.
Wow.
Just by waiting for price to come into that imbalance. I and Mr. Bulu waited for this all day, but when price came there, son of man was sleeping. Yeah, son of man needed to sleep. So price came there, gave us what we wanted. Clean, like clean. It was
Wow.
too clean.
Yes,
He didn't give second entry because there was an imbalance here. When I woke up, the price was already here. Like price was super gone. There was nothing for me to do. 6 o'clock, I went to church early morning. Price came back to this imbalance, and this is where we are currently. But if I go back to the 1 hour time frame, you're going to discover that price will first of all give you, like, we call it a false break. But it's not really a false break. Look at it. The price give that break? Yes, price gave us that break. This was the break. It gave us this false sell here. But before it gave us this false sell, look at what price did. Price gave us an accumulation. Look at the accumulation. Price gave us the accumulation here. So since price gave us this accumulation, what you should be looking at for, instead of people are looking at this place to buy now. Yes, people are looking at this place to buy. But I'm sure price is going to clear all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you are part of those looking at this place to buy, please don't buy. I beg you for your equity's sake. Price has given us an accumulation. So the next thing we should be looking for, wait for, is that redistribution. Price breaks. If price had come here, I wanted to buy up, then sell down. Maybe if I had missed this, I would have just bought up. So price came here, beautifully. And look at where we are going to. This is the low we are coming to capture. So if price comes to capture all of this low, that'll give me a 1 to 16. Mr. Sten, are you there?
Wow, wow,
Mr. Stanley.
wow.
Okay, you are there. Yeah, that will give me a 1 to 16. So this is just it. We have just 1 minute on this call. Okay, so I need to look at crash 1000 so that even if this call ends in our next call, I'm going to subscribe my Zoom after my exams. I don't want to. We're just going to be having short calls. Okay. Boom. Sorry, crash 1000. Yeah, people were looking at buying all of this. You saw the chat. People posted this on the group. All of this. People posted this in the group. I knew they were going to be taken out. I knew. Why did I know they were going to be taken out? We have analyzed this asset before, and we said this was the last high, last low. Price gave us a break of structure. This was a break of structure. Price came back and retested already. This was a retest. Yeah, it was a retest. Price retested and swept. Price retested and swept. So this is the next place you want to sell. This is the next place you must wait for. Must wait for the price at this place. So those that want to sell here, well, I don't know. They have the way they but price still gave us that move. 1 hour. Or let's go down here. Let's check what happens here. 2 minutes. Jesus. Okay. After this call, I'll just send another link, but I won't record that again so that you can just have this sent to the we send this to the library, and then I won't record the next link, but I'll drop another link. So look at what price did. You saw how price moved, cleared all of this high, came back. This was where price came to. Price retested beautifully. That was the retest in this place. Though when price came, price swept and gave us the same move. Price swept, gave us the move, high, low, and price broke. Price broke structure and never retested again. Why? It has retested the first one just to come and take your entries. So the next entry was here. People were looking at selling here because they said this was the move, blah, 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 that swept liquidity and all of that. But come, let's see. This was where they were willing to sell. Price came and gave that drop. Look at the drop. Pa, 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 pa. I think people got some money from here because of this imbalance. See that imbalance that was here? People got drops from that imbalance. Price will give you that move down. Now, price came after dropping. The first thing, price came here. And I want to look at the redistribution. Look at high, low, price didn't break. Price came and broke here. This was a distribution. Price broke the lows, high, low. So people want to sell. But that's the time you'd have been looking at buying from here. I'm sure price gave us that distribution here. That reaccumulation here. Let's see 5 minutes if we'll get this place. If this video stops, don't worry. I'm going to drop it in the group much later. So look at what you should have been looking for to buy. I've been looking for buys from here. Price came, blah, 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 give us all of this.